Okay, awesome. So we could be done here. But I don't like the fact that we have to leave out the species on any, and it really doesn't help us if we change this to any. We now get 0 for everything. So that means we're going to have to do something a little bit different. Okay? And so again, sadly, we are going to have to create our own function and messy things up a little bit. So what this next one is going to do, it's going to be like an if for arrays. And that is actually what we're going to call it. So this one we are going to call function if array. And here we're going to say values array. And then we're going to pass in value to check. Okay, so we're going to send in a values array, and then we're going to check against this value. Okay? And so how it works is, we're going to, again, kind of loop through everything. So first thing that we need to do is we need to figure out how many values we have so we can create our return array as variant. But this gets a little tricky, and we're going to try to do something. We're going to try to use that little exploit again of setting cell count equal to 0, and then for each cell in values array next. Then we do cell count equals cell count plus 1. Okay, so now we should have our cell count, and we can redim our return array. And this time we're going to say cell count minus 1 and 0 again. Okay, so now we've created our return array. And what we first want to check is if that value to check is any, then we want to just return true because we don't care, right? So we're going to say if, and we're going to use uCase. And that what that does is it turns the string into uppercase. So we're going to say value to check equals any. Then we're going to say for I equals 0 to cell count minus 1. And I want to change that L there. Then next, and we're going to say return array of I0 equals true. So we just return a full array of trues, and then we're going to exit our function. Actually, we don't have to do that. Never mind. Then we'll say else and if. And then down here, we're going to set if array equal to return array. Okay, because the only other place we would be modifying our array is going to be in this else. So now what we're going to do is we're going to set I equal to 0. And we're going to say for each v in value array next. And what we're going to say is if v equals value to check, then return array of I0 equals true. Else, return array at that index equals false. So if it's true, if they're the same, then it's true. If it's not, then false. Then we end if, and we say I equals I plus 1. All right, and that should do it for us because we have now set both of them. Let's go ahead and save and come in here. And now instead, let's use IfArray. We set our location, and we want to make sure it's equal to C2. And we have a value error. Let's come in here and let's find out why. Let's debug.print here. I'm pretty sure I know where it is. Generally, it's going to be in this finding the cell count that we throw errors in something like this. If we come in here, we see we have both of them. Let's see. So I'm guessing, let's try this. Control A, backspace. We know we don't have any, so we're probably in here. And let's try this. Debug.print v. Let's just see if we are running through them. Okay, we're not even getting there. Okay, still looking good. Got it. Values array. I said value array. All right, come back in here. Boom, and there we go. Wow. Okay, make sure you're typing everything correctly. Okay, so now we have that. But what happens if we check any? Well, good news, we have all of the trues. Okay, awesome. So now we can move on here, and we can start to actually work on this. So we can replace all of those, and that's going to take a little bit. So I guess we'll just go right here, and we will say if array, get rid of the equals, comma, close parentheses. If array, replace the equals with a comma, parentheses. If array, get rid of the equals, comma, and then if array, place the equals with a comma, close parentheses, and that is not good. It's because our location is any. Let's go back here, and there we go. Okay, awesome. So now we have it working. Save that. So now what we have is we can change our location, month and year, and we will get the number of visits based on species, and we can even go all the way to specifying any on any of these individually or all of them together.